Hi guys, welcome back to another daily tarot card. These are your daily tarot cards for Monday, April. I almost said October, for goodness sake. Monday, April the 17th, 2023. Today we're pulling from the AE Weight tarot cards. Maybe that date might be something significant. Like April, October. That's a jump, so we'll see. But we have the Wheel of Fortune, stuck situation moving forward. I just feel like things are moving forward. I feel like if you've been like myself and gone through a lot of change, you know what I mean, and uncertainty lately, I feel like this is just like universe's way of saying these are the things to come. You know, we got the High Priestess, if you remember a couple weeks ago. This is like, we are heading into our 6th week of this. I was so happy today. Today's Saturday. You guys know I film ahead of time to keep up with readings and everything. It's a little hard to get like your energy back after going to with Pisa. It's like, you know, and then I'm cycling now. I'm just like, it literally ended, did ceremonies, and then it's just like, I got my cycle. I'm like, are you kidding me? You know, it's like, come on, try to gain your energy back, and it's just like, ugh. I need to get more protein next year. I'm going to be quite honest. But I feel like it's like, you know, Wheel of Fortune. I feel things are moving forward. I feel like this is where like, I definitely for myself, like, I could see, like, things, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, even though this sucks, the way that it happened, like, it really affected me, but I'm just like, they both needed this to move forward. And it's like, this person is just like, it has to bleed all over everybody. Like, they literally told me today, like, you know, I'm like I'm doing this next week. I don't need you anymore. I'm like, wow. I'm like, time away from my kids, time away from my jobs. You know what I mean? It's just like, I put that all to the side for, like, you know what I mean? It's like, if you want people to, like, show you who they are, let them talk. Be quiet. They will show you who they are. It's just, It's like, all right. You know what I mean? Let's just remember that, you know? And universe was showing me that. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's where that 8 of Swords energy comes in. It's like, you're going to feel some sort of way. Like, I hope and pray retrograde is kind to you. You know what I mean? Do your Reiki healing, do your energy plucking, do your meditation to get everything back into it. But I definitely felt the shift. You know what I mean? Like, with or without this person, it was just like, today I was like joking around. You know what I mean? They had, you know, it hasn't been all bad. You know what I mean? But it was just like, they had given my kid something and I was playing around singing with it. You know what I mean? I was just in a good mood. I'm like, it's beautiful out. The sky was just like, it's speckled in clouds. It's just like someone took like a paintbrush and dabbled the sky with these like clouds. It looked like all over. It looked kind of like a cheetah. It was so beautiful, but it was just like, dang, the sky was so beautiful. The robins, we pulled up, there was like 7, 8, 9 robins there. I was just like, oh, God bless. You know what I mean? Robins for me is like the telltale sign that, like, you know, spring is here. Like, before we started, like, melting the snow and everything like that, it's like the robins were out. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank God, like, it's over. And then we got, like, big storms. I'm like, even the robins got it wrong. I was like, okay, false alarm. You know what I mean? I love the Walmart commercial. I don't know if anyone in the Maritimes has seen that, like, because I'm getting more of a Canadian following, but it's like, oh my gosh, did I break my necklace? I think I did. Great. More things to go wrong. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. I don't know. I've been like gaining so much muscle, like, for how many, like, snow removal and everything. It's like, okay, is it on my neck? Is it not? You know, but I feel like, you know, the Walmart commercial, she's like, this beginning of spring. And then she's like, the second spring, because it snowed again. I'm like, tell me about it, girl. But I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like, magical things are happening. I feel like a lot of us are being drawn to, like, manifestation. Like, April 11th was the most luckiest day of the year. We're getting a lot of things tied with karma. You know what I mean? I hate the word test because I don't feel like Yahweh Yeshua are spiteful. You know what I mean? I feel like it's just like, you were in these shoes 6 years ago. You know what I mean? Kind of showing what you're made of. But I agree with when it's like, we had no other choice. It's like, either we do this or, you know, it doesn't get done. You know what I mean? It's just like, that's the attitude that I have. It's like, either I do this or it doesn't get done. You know what I mean? Why am I going to fight with people? Even when Shane was here, it's like, why am I going to fight with him when I know he doesn't like doing this stuff? Let me just do it so it's done, and I don't have to waste my energy. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't, instead of asking you, and I know I'll be asking for 10 years from now. You know what I mean? It's like, let me do it. It's done. Another thing checked off my list. Now I can go relax before I have to go up and do something else. You know what I mean? So, I feel like in that way. But they were showing, like, if you have a ritual that resonates, like, this resonates with me, I'm going to do it. I've never done it before, but maybe I have. I think I may have. With no harm to none. So it is. You know what I mean? But sit there and do it. See what happens. By the grace of Yahweh Yeshua, by the grace of universe, divine creator, Gaia, Mother Earth, whomever you believe in, your higher self. It's like, that works for you. But if you feel drawn to do it, definitely do it. They're showing the 17th, which is Monday. Okay. It's Saturday. That's why I'm just like, okay. We'll see what happens. But I love the fact, like, you're kind of looking at the future. You're getting excited for it. Even if it's just like, you have this positive energy, even for to just tomorrow. Like, I try to keep things simple, because sometimes I do get carried away and I think so far ahead, like, kids are done, like, high school and what are you going to do after that? And my one son's talking about college and, well, they both talk about college, but I'm just like, that's going to be hard on me. You know what I mean? Because I've never been away from my kid. Well, I've been away from my kids, like, when I was a surrogate and stuff, how to give birth to the kids. But, you know what I mean? It's like their dad was there. You know what I mean? Like, so, I don't know. But it's like, you can't stand in the way of your children growing up. You got to let them, grow and develop and change and be independent and become their individual selves and nurture who they are and their dreams and aspirations. You know what I mean? So, it's like, even though I feel a certain way, it's just like, you got to trust that you did, you gave them due diligence and raised them right to, like, move in a positive direction. But I feel like, this is universe supporting you. I feel like you're a strong, independent individual, and I feel like this is universe saying, like, we got your back as you move forward. Maybe you, like I said, you're a strong, independent person, so maybe, I feel like you're going towards a soul tribe. I feel like things are about to open up. I feel like you're moving towards, like, for me, it's just like, this never felt like home. You know what I mean? Because it's like, anytime I tried to make friends here, it's just like, meh. You know what I mean? Like, all my best girlfriends I've met on Facebook or Instagram, or I haven't met anyone on TikTok. You know what I mean? But you know how, like, you hear, like, you're like your friends in your head? That sounds like kind of psychotic, like you're a stalker, but it's just like you resonate with them. Like, maybe you guys pass a couple words back and forth or whatever. It's like, I bet you if we hung out, we would get along. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean by, like, friends in my head. But it's just like, like, me and my girlfriends joke about that. It's like, teleportation and all that. Like, kind of like Beam Me Up Scotty, like Star Trek. It's like, you could, like, teleport to where your girlfriends are. Like, one in particular lives in upper state New York, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, we only live hours, like, well, I think it's like 16 hours from each other. But it's like, you know what I mean? Like, Sunday dinners or watching a movie, they're going through something. Okay, I'll be right there. You know what I mean? It's just, those people that really resonate with you and that you would really rock with. Those are the, you know what I mean? Imagine as a healer being able to do that, especially because I have clientele all over the world. And it's just like, just to sit there and read for them in person. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, that would be so freaking amazing. One day at a time, I will get there. But I love the fact that, like, the high priestess, it's like, this is Friday. This is the first day of retrograde. You know what I mean? But I feel like yin and yang, this is where the karma kicks in. And I feel like this is like, especially today's comment, it's like, you're going to see how this unfolds. And again, this is where the Eight of Swords comes, especially that comment today. I'm like, exactly what they were, kind of knocking. I'm like, okay, don't get anxiety over it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we'll figure out a plan. We'll figure out something, But it's just like, you're going to see why things are moving out of your life for something else to come in, a grander thing. I just feel like this big door is just opened. It's like the door to value is just open. And I don't mean like in the financial front. It could be in the financial front as well. But I feel like these things have to move and transform and kind of show you what is what because it's like they were not supposed to be a part of that. You know what I mean? Like we got celebrations, the Three of Cups there, and as much as it's like shitty to say that, it's just like some people were not meant to be there. They're showing the initial V when I was doing Instagram. So I don't know if someone with V, Victor, has something to do with this. So I just feel like, you're about to see why. You know what I mean? It's like trust divine timing. You know what I mean? Just because sometimes we don't understand things, it's like it will, when we're ready to know those things, we will know those things. I feel like the Empress, the High Priest, High Priestess, but yes, definitely the higher knowledge, but I just feel like on a higher level, you love on a higher level. You're ruled by Venus. Like, if you follow my account, and thank you, you guys are just truly freaking amazing. Like, I have been setting this goal out, manifestation, for a long time. And it's like, sometimes this does get tedious with readings, my other job, my kids. It's like, it's a lot to sit there and it's just like, you're just tired at the end of the day. Like, I'm helping someone move right now. It's like to sit there and it's like, okay, got to do my dailies. You know what I mean? Especially because it was Passover, Pisha. It's just like, we're restricted from work. It's part of the devotion. You know what I mean? To show that, you know what I mean? You ask us to do something, we do it. Just like when we sit there and we ask, like, you know what I mean? For 7 days to behave and do what they ask of us. And it's just like, you know what I mean? How many things have I asked for and prayed for? It's like, even before Passover started, it's just like those things happening during Passover. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's just like Jenny, the medium. I loved Mama Medium. She'll always be Mama Medium to me. You know what I mean? But it's just like Jenny the Medium. That's what she wants to be known as. Like now, everybody knows her as Mama Medium. Maybe that's TLC's name for her. But it's just like, she's just like, trust that you were on this earth. And when you're not asked, because I wasn't asked, you know what I mean? Like, I just was there to help. You know what I mean? And I didn't do it because of them. I did it because that's who I am. That's who Yahweh and Yeshua have taught me and raised me to be. That's who my dad has raised me to be. Like he has shown that higher self. And it's like, just because people act this way, do not lower yourself and go tit for tat. Kind of like when we like third eye, we send it back. It's like, no, because then it's just ping pong. You know what I mean? Ella taught me that from TikTok. She's a Reiki healer. It's ELLA, and then she has a third eye next to the A. But, it's just like, that's the biggest gift to see, like, instead of doing ping pong, because they always say that, may every third eye go blind, but it's also the fact that it's just like, well, then you're just as guilty as them, like, may it be returned 3 times 3 or something like that. It's like, no, like, let's just crush that up and be like, there's no room for that. Because you're not sending it back. They're just like, oh. They're going to keep trying, but then they're going to get bored because they're not getting a reaction. When you stop reacting to these low energy vibrating people, it's just like they give up because they're bored. They don't get a reaction anymore. You know what I mean? So it's just like, they're like, move on. You're about to have a lot of celebrations coming here. Remember we were getting the sun? I'm like those yellow vibrant colors. Like, that is just like a aura color that really resonates with me. And I feel like that's what's going to be surrounding you. Is this positive yellow, the sun, just this beautiful radiant light. This yellow hue light. You know what I mean? I feel like you're stepping into your own is what they're saying. So it's just like, the reason I share my stuff, because it's just like, maybe you've been going through it. Like I know a couple of my girlfriends have been going through it. And I'm like, oh, I pray retrograde will be like in a positive shift. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, we're doing things over again. And it's like, kind of like where the shoe is on the other foot, or we're reliving lessons. And it's like, this time we're going to do it right around. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is where opportunities come in. And it's like, this time I'm going to do it the way I always was intending to do. Even though it's scary as hell. And that's what I feel like here with this 8 of Swords. It's just like, you're unsure of a decision here. And it's just like, and it's like, how will it affect them is what they're saying. And it's like, who cares how it's going to affect them? You know what I mean? Like, literally what they said to me, I don't need you anymore, so, piss off kind of thing. And I'm like, okay, that's good to know. Literally, oh, this is so crazy. I got a messenger after this. She's like, do you think things have changed between you two? And I'm like, I don't know, we'll see. And then literally today, she like that comment. I'm like, why? Like, because they couldn't stand. Like, I was joking around. I was singing stupid songs. I'm like, after weeks, it's almost 6 weeks of this low vibrational bull crap that we've all gone through. Things have shifted in a positive way, and they don't like it. You know what I mean? It's like everybody's in a good place. You know what I mean? And it's just, I don't know. It's just like they don't accept what's going on. Everybody's moving in a high vibrational way, and it's like, for once in their life, they can't take credit for it. You know what I mean? For once in their life, they can't, you know what I mean, try to manipulate anything. Like, it kind of, they're like game over, you know? But, you know, that's where your actions lead you. You know? So even when you act in a positive way, people shift away from you, that's fine. For me, it's a hidden blessing. You know, even though someone's like, oh yeah, I've called them a couple of times. I'm like, I haven't received one phone call, one text, nothing. And to me, like, even my sister said this today, they're like, you know, just listening to this person talk on the phone, it's like, oh, woo, woo, woo. And it's like, you know, your heart gives in. And it's just like, no, it's still the same. It's still the same. You know, definition of insanity. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, time to move forward. Even though I don't know how, I can't see how, you know, it's just like, I trust. And this is where that Two of Wands comes in. You know, a lot of people, it's like, it's decisions. Yes, twos are always decisions. But, you know what I mean? I feel like this is where the celebrations come in. It's just like, you know, whether, like, you know, you don't have to worry about it. You know, I feel like, you know, as a family unit, it's one thing. But outside of that, it's like, it's ours. The world is your oyster. You know what I mean? It's like, isn't that what the Wheel of Fortune, or is that the World card? One with Astrology Answers. I think it's the World card. But it's like, the world is your oyster. It's about to open up for you. You know what I mean? Your prize is this pearl. You know what I mean? And I don't feel like you use this pearl as, like, oh, a source of money. I feel like, you know what I mean? Oh, I could sell it. I feel like it's like a beautiful possession. It's got like a very shimmery violet hue to it in this pearl. I don't, not Mother of Earth. I wouldn't go that far, but it's like a violet shimmery, like, very, like, I don't know. It's just beautiful. You know what I mean? I just feel like it's like, this is what you've, you know, your prize. This is what you worked for. Things are opening up. The world is opening up. You know what I mean? It's like you were closed for so long, and now the universe is prying you open. And it's like, you're about, the world is about to see you in a whole different light. The beauty and essence. It's not just the physical appearance. You know what I mean? It's like your insides as well. Your heart is transformed. Your soul is transformed. Your world is transformed. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's where they're just like, even though we don't understand these things, it's like, I feel like a lot of times it's like it's teaching us to appreciate things. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's unfortunate that we have to go through those trials and tribulations to appreciate where we're coming to. But, you know, the biggest encouragement I got is like, remember when you and Shane were starting out, and it's kind of like, your guys' backs were against the wall. You know, you were down to your last couple of dollars. My sister and my mom helped us out. And it's just like, everything just opened up. You know what I mean? Lincoln Park's on. It gets darkest before dawn. You know what I mean? Like, before you get to the light, it gets dark. You know what I mean? You know? And it's like, in that dark, you show your resilience. In that dark, you show your determination and dedication. You know what I mean? Like, we talk about abundance and the, like, yeah, like, you know, a lot of us are going through it right now. You know, everything is increased, whatever. But it's just like, you know, like, okay, how, like, with me, it's like maneuvering. Okay, let me cut this out. Let me cut that out. So that'll change things in this way. You know what I mean? It's just like, how can I make a game plan? You know, when you show me like a problem, I'm like, how can we solve this? How can we, you know, what else in our life can we maneuver? How can we maneuver these pieces over, you know, to solve this problem? You know, they're saying we're comfortable with everyone. So it's just like, you know, be patient. You know, she's in a seated position. So this is where universe is saying things are starting to move. But you have to have patience. I feel like summer. June 21st. I'm not sure if that's the first day of summer or not. 21st, 22nd, 23rd, around there. You know? I had to write that down. But I feel like that's where things are changing and transforming. Trusting yourself, trusting your gut. I feel like this is where you're given an opportunity, and it's just like, now you've learned. I feel like there's something from the past. I feel like you're reliving a moment in the past, and maybe you would have made a different decision before because you're afraid about this, maybe a person, place, or thing. How it'll affect that, and it's like now you just don't care. You know what I mean? It's like the universe will show you everything. They will tell you everything. Everything's going to work out, and you make the best decision possible. You sit there and move forward. You know what I mean? You sit there and move forward from this situation. Things are going to work out. But I love that. It's the darkest before dawn. And if you've been going it through for the past 6 weeks, this is where I feel like things are really beginning to open up. They're saying starting your career. So I feel like if you've been working towards something, like I feel like you're already working in this, but I feel like I feel like it really feels like, obtainable. Something here. So I'm not sure if this is a graduation or a diploma or like a following or like influencer or something like that, but something changes where it really seems sustainable. It's like, okay, now, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's kind of like that energy that you get, you know what I mean? Like all of a sudden you just get this positive energy surge and you're just like, I got this. You know what I mean? It's just like when everything is just like, they're like hitting. It's like one thing after another, after another, after another. It's like soon as this happens, everything's going to be one after another, after another, after another. They're saying contract. Buying homes. Moving places. Someone may be getting a car. Like a sports car. It looks like it's low to the ground. Oh, I couldn't even. Oh. With my back and my leg. Oh, forget it. I like a higher car. I like to be able to, see things. I'm an observer. I like to watch. But it's like a sports car. Kind of, I don't know if Lamborghini or Ferrari. But it's like a silver white. But this is not. It's not silver. It's white. But not white. I don't know how to describe this color. It's not like a pearl white or anything like that. But could be a female. They're showing me stilettos. But you're in the driver's seat. You know what I mean? Like literally with this car, I can hear the engine revving. But you're literally in the driver's seat. It's like it's up to you. And I feel like this is what they're saying. This is why they're showing you everything. Time to move on. We've tried it their way. We've tried it. You know what I mean? Reestablishing boundaries. Promises never given. Promises never kept. So this is where conflict's going to come in here. If you go watch the retrograde, they do show 5 of Cups. And they show the 3 of Swords. This is where I'm like, when I saw that, I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, because retrogrades usually does do with a physical passing. You know what I mean? Usually it's celebrities. There's a lot of that. I did check when Shane passed to see if there was a retrograde going on. But it's just, we don't know Divine's timing. You know what I mean? We don't know when, like, we don't know what our book of life, where that shows, like, this is it. End of the road. Time for you to transform to your beautiful self, So, I just feel like, they're like, do what's in your best interest. Some of you may have wanted a farm. I don't feel like this is a huge farm. I feel like maybe like having land and maybe you get like a goat or something. Or I don't know about chickens. We had Jules and that, it was just like, that was enough for me. When they poop and they runs down, like in the summertime, they poop on you and it runs down your back as you're wearing not like a crop top, but like short sleeve shirt. No. No. I'm over birds. It's like, you could stay outside. But you have to go in there and clean that all up. It's like, meh, I don't know about that. So we'll see. But I love that. So I feel like it's just like trusting your gut, trusting your intuition, and I feel like the world is about to open up wide open to you. Explore is what they're saying. Feel free to explore. They're showing like a globe, and it's like kind of like like the ones in school, but it's also like in a cartoon, and it's like they're spinning it, so it's like Animaniacs. They're spinning the globe, and that's just like they put their finger down, and that's like that's where you go. What a beautiful way to take a vacation. You just spin the globe, and it's like, okay, we're going there. Me, I'll be like, okay, let's research. How big are their bugs? What's the humidity like? Will I be able to breathe? How many bugs bite there, and how will I break out? Let me get my EpiPen ready. Oh man. Someone when they go to the zoo or places where they have like orangutans and stuff like that, like Amazon or rainforest kind of energy, but they're showing like chimpanzees, really cute orangutans. So maybe this is like you're taking the kids to the trip to the zoo. I know, like for a lot of the homeschoolers, it's like they're winding down. For us, we're kind of like doing reviews now. We're still doing like major studies in like English and stuff like that, but it's just like kind of like a review. Like, this is what we've learned. Let's review it. Let's freshen up on some of the skills. You know what I mean? But not like in a hardcore way where it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, I definitely want to take them to some places. You know what I mean? So it's just like they're showing like killer whales. So maybe like, I don't know if no, Marine Land's closed. Their last. Isn't that funny though? They were showing. I can't remember what I was doing, but I was just like they were showing like whales, and then it was like the last whale in Marine Land passed. I was just like, oh, like, I understand like they've never been trained to like go out in the wild and da da da. Maybe they would kill them right when they went out, but they wouldn't accept them or something. But it's like at least they had a freaking ocean to like be out there, instead of some little bloody tank. This could be, I don't think we have killer whales in our waters. Like, I've never been whale watching out on our side, but like, I don't want to sit there and misspeak, So, it's just like, now we have sharks in our waters, which is pretty crazy. But, yeah, the funny thing is they're like, yeah, it's gonna be like -2 tomorrow, and I'm like, yeah, what's the water at? Like, dang, So I feel like it's more of an option to explore. I feel like that's why they're saying like the world is about to open. That's why they're saying like the world is your oyster, and they're using one of those tools to pry open the oyster, a paring knife, I guess they're saying, but that beautiful pearl they were showing. But I love that, excitement is what they're saying. So, just keep, like, honestly, ground your energy. Don't tell anybody what's going on. So, I don't, you know what I mean? I feel like you're going to keep things private. Hush. They're showing, like, 6 weeks. So, we'll see what happens in 6 weeks. But, you know what I mean? It's like, I feel like that's why they're saying patient. Like, let it unfold. Don't try to force things. You're going to need a lawyer for something. I think we got that in the retrograde as well. But I feel like in a positive way. I don't feel like this is a negative way. Like a lawyer in a bad way. I feel like this is in a positive way. Drawing up contracts is what they're saying. So, it's exciting. But I get I feel like I want to get sick. I'm so nervous I want to puke. But it's like in a good way. You know what I mean? So, it's just like, get ready for that. But definitely embrace that. I love that. I feel like they want you to keep it quiet because it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, no one would know unless you say something. You know what I mean? So, that's exciting. I love that. May the universe bless you good with that, honestly. When no harm to none, I love that. It's exciting. It's nerve-wracking in a positive way. You know what I mean? Like, you're excited. I feel like excited, like, when I get nervous to do something and I have to pee a lot, it's just like a happy nervous, That means it's good. I can't remember who said that. But they said if they usually have to pee a lot because they're nervous, it usually turns out good. I think that was Coco. I think that was cool though, because I can relate to that. It's just like you feel like you have to pee, you go sit on the toilet, it's like dribble. It's like, what the heck? You know what I mean? But I love that. Baby being born. I know my girlfriend had hers on Easter. I love that. And she named her Esther. And then the other, fingers crossed. So I don't know when she's due. I feel like she's got, yeah, I think she's got some time still. But hopefully not too soon for her. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Monday, April the 17th, 2023. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card.